I've done a lot of flipping this morning and haven't turned up much. I think it's because like you might have a good little bit of tin, but the habitat it's in is so fractured. But I did just turn up this little whippy broadhead skink. Nothing in the way of snakes today. Just really sleepy, cold anoles. Dude, as soon as I saw this habitat, I was like a kid in a candy shop. Now hopefully this is as good for snakes as it looks. Okay, there's an NCT corn snake down there. Oh, there it is. That is so freaking cool. I'm gonna try and get him out here in a sec, but I wanted to get this safety shot in case he disappears. All right, I managed to get into some fire ants, but I got him. And the good news is I didn't even break his bark, but I'm not gonna put him right back there just because of the fire ants. I'll put him on the other side of the tree. And I think that'll be best for all parties involved. But looky there. I love corn snakes, super underrated. And this one is like especially gorgeous. I'm kind of shaking, I don't know why. Like, I've found corn snakes before, but this is just so cool. All right, I grabbed a few photos of this guy and I'm fixing to focus. Fixing to let him back under his bark here. Man, it's not a pine snake or an indigo, but it's a pretty cool snake. I love corn so much. All right, there's an absence of fire ants on this side of the tree, so we'll let him right there. So cool. I actually got my stupid self stuck on a sand road and was sitting there digging out the tires and putting sticks under them and crap when these two lovely rednecks from heaven, I guess 3 rednecks from heaven, pulled up, and I had a tow strap. They had a truck that was properly equipped for the level of sand out here, and they got me out. So God bless whoever they were. I just found an indigo snake shed. What in the actual crap? Just outside of this gopher tortoise burrow. That's insane. I'm still kind of in disbelief about finding the shed. And I mean, I was kind of hoping that this would be a day trip thing, but I think now I'm kind of obligated to stay the night if I don't find an indigo or something otherwise cool. All right, so the weather is just not panning out today. It is rainy, it's too cold, and it's like dense cloud cover. So it is what it is, but I'll be back. All right, so I'm at one of my favorite spots to find snakes in January at. And there's the first snake of 2025. Common water snake. How about that? All right, we'll see if he's cold enough to let me walk up to him and grab him. I don't know. It's kind of a tricky angle to grab. No way. That's so sick. Epic. Stop pooping, brother. All right, bro has like 0% chill. There's actually another water snake right there. I think it's a brown water snake. Let's see if we can get both. Oh, is this dead? No, he's alive, I think. Just a little crusty. That's so sick, bro. Got a handful of water snakes. That's so epic, dude. And this guy didn't even move. He's just being a total bro. All right, I let this guy go. I get the feeling he's going right for the water, which is unfortunate. Just gonna make him cold. Still hanging on to this guy. Might grab a photo or two. Later, dude. Hey guys, so today I'm out here in some beautiful wetlands. And I've been out of the car for maybe 2-3 minutes, and I've already gotten my first snake of the day. It looks like a cottonmouth, but we'll get a little closer. Okay, so keener eyes will probably have already spotted it, but it's on top of this little pile. Oh yeah, he's flashing his mouth at me, doing his defensive display. So I actually really love this little pile of, I guess it's old fencing, because this is the 3rd year in a row that I've come here around this time of year, January, February, March, and there's typically a couple cottonmouths hanging out here, especially on sunny days. But it's a little cloudy, but he's still out basking. I'm not gonna lie, that scared me a little. I'm like way out of range, but still, whenever they get angry, I get a little apprehensive. But because he's angry, I'm not gonna bother him too much. All right, so finally something non-venomous. We have let me drop my stuff. A brown water snake. I don't think I'm even gonna try and grab this guy, just because it's kind of a hard catch, and this is an area where I know that there's gonna be cottonmouths hanging out and basking. So it's probably not worth my time or my fingers to try and grab it, because I don't see any cottons, but honestly on this riverbank I see like 5 or 6 of them piled up at a time, so I ain't reaching my hands anywhere in this. But anyways, brown water snake, cool. Alright, so this is an example of a pretty unhealthy snake coming out of the winter. This is a cottonmouth, and this guy looks barely alive. I'm gonna get a little closer if I can without spooking him, but I'm honestly not sure he's alive at all. But bro is just not doing too hot. He's really emaciated, really skinny, but thoughts and prayers this guy's way. And then pretty much right next door to this decrepit old fellow is another cottonmouth. This guy looks a little better. I'm gonna watch my step as I come up to him. And now he sees me. He just perked his head up there. So I'd expect him to start rattling his tail, maybe flashing his mouth, but hopefully it doesn't come to all that, because I'm just gonna slowly back away. Yep, there's the tail. And leave him alone to his cottonmouth day. Here's a real chonkster. I don't know how close he's gonna let me get, but there's a giant cottonmouth. And I mean, by giant, I mean like 2.5 feet. But still, that's not bad for a cottonmouth, especially around here. So I don't really want him to dip into the water, so I think this is as close as I'm gonna get. Actually, I think he's gonna stay there. He looks like he'd rather fight than run away, so I don't think I'm gonna, like, my worry is him going into the water and getting cold, but I don't know how valid that concern is, so I'm here. Okay, so another cottonmouth who's just having a bad day. Pretty emaciated, but it looks like he's hanging in there. Pun intended. Get it? Because he's hanging on the thorns. Should have been a comedian. Okay, so this is kind of a cool spot. It's scenic, at least. There's a little cottonmouth coiled up on top of this fallen stump here. This area is still a disaster from the hurricane a few months ago. So I think it's going to be a very long time before this area recovers, but at least it's made some nice basking spots. Super excited. Big milestone for the year. First rough green snake. Got him. I'm going to stop recording so I can very gingerly get him out, because some of this is a little thorny. Oh wow, he's defensive. I've never seen that. But here's our rough green snake friend. So gorgeous, even coming out of winter time. All right, so I've gotten a decent look at this guy. I really love rough green snakes. They're just so cool. I think that blue on his head is kind of indicative of a past injury. I think whenever these guys get cut or whatever, they turn blue. My camera's whacking out, sorry. But I think I'll go ahead and let this guy go. All right, super stoked to get my first rough green of the year while it's still January. Real happy about that. All right, dude. Go be a vine, or whatever it is rough green snakes do. I thought we were done for the day, but here's a last minute cottonmouth.